Hi friends, I am Joel John from Joel John J YouTube channel. The reason why I am making this video is already I would have made a video about suicides and other stuffs. The thing which makes me to do this again is I am getting a lot of suicide news, which makes me much depressed because failures are not your final destiny. Failures are just the stepping stones of success. I have a lot of failures in my life. But there is nothing else precious in this world than my life. If I think that something is precious than that in my life, then that's not true. Because to have anything, to enjoy anything, to be benefited from anything, we need to be living in this world. So life is the most important thing. Anything is not an end point. Still, you are stop. It's still the end of your life. So live till the end of your life. And also, I'm going to give you some suggestions about overcoming failures, mainly about educational side, because the recent incidents which I come across are all from education side. I request the institutions to come up with more facilities, enable more security things, like even people fell down from the by mistake from top floor, so have some grills and lock the top floor entrance. And for some of them have the blame excuse that only if I go to that open floor and study, I can study. Even if two children play and playfully they fell down, or if there is a power cut and they fell down, those are all, your life is more precious. So take all the precautions towards your life. And school management, please lock those top floors and put proper drills. And another one thing is, people are committing suicides, but there may be a lot of queries, but taking it as suicides because of failures in exam, or unable to study your dream course, unable to achieve what you want in life, or what you have worked hard in life, is not the end. You may not become a medical doctor, but you may become a biomedical engineer and invent something because of which, even if you became a medical doctor, you would have saved a lot of people whom you provide treatment to them. But if you become a for example, become a biomedical engineer or a pharmaceutical M.Pharm and then do a PhD, or even if you get a PhD in zoology or biology and invent something, because of which you find out medicines, which enables lot of doctors to save many people life. Do you think you have succeed more, or as your aim is to save a lot of people? Yes, you have succeed more. You are going to save more people than one doctor could do. I do agree that after doing your doctors also could do a lot of findings and research, but still, you may be the one who are going to do something more, what many doctors have done in the aspect of saving lives in future. So your life is more precious than the exams, the scores, the admission in various colleges you get, or where you are going to study, or what rank you are going to be in the society. And I have failed in a lot of things, and I don't think that failures are something which will affect me a lot. And even now I have a lot of failures. I don't mind about that, because I believe that still there is life given to me by the almighty god. I am getting the chance to prove myself. I have the opportunity to do something which I have failed on doing something, or which I have failed on achieving something. What I do today may be more beneficial than if I would have been successful on that particular event. And relating to studies, what parents could do is they have to find a school much suitable for their children. And educational institutions should, another one area where they have to concentrate is, they shouldn't pressurize them much. Your five fingers in each hand are not unique. Your fingerprints are not unique for any two people. Even your appearance is not unique. Sorry, your appearance is unique for yourself, and it doesn't matches with others. So when there are a lot of things which doesn't matches, how you expect everyone to perform like the same first rank boy, or the same top three people sharing the top three ranks, or five people? That's not going to happen. But they may be different, and they may achieve on something else. And there are a lot of people who have done remarkable things in life who didn't even had a proper school education. Education alone won't brings you success. And studying methodology. Uh, and there is one movie called Doctor, and on that, the person would be coming up with the this button tied up and everything. And what time you woke up? 4:30. You put newspapers on all the doorstep? No, I will study. If you study like this, maybe for some people it may be very essential. But if you don't understand the concept and if you study, it will be very hard for you in any subject, and mainly for this mathematics, chemistry. I am a chemistry graduate. I am very poor in mathematics. Even still now I agree I am still weak on mathematics, but I was good up to my 8th standard. I don't want to get into those reasons now because I'll be deviating from the topic. And yeah, a lot of situations made me to be forced not to be good in mathematics. Chemistry I picked up as I got some other guidance. Okay, fine, let's not get into all those things because I don't want someone even to be get demotivated if they miss out to get other guidance. But because in this situation we have a different alternative solution which is available for everyone who is watching this YouTube channel, because that's YouTube. See, there are 3D structures for all the mathematics problems. You can just type it on YouTube and search for that. May not be within your school boundaries, but it will help you to understand the concept. That's when you can understand and learn. That this point I am mainly speaking about this, and I am also trying to make a short video on this and post it there because this is one very essential thing which every student should do. And I am not even going to put a 3D structure. I don't want to do that as well. In chemistry or physics, everything the 3D structures will come in. That's where you won't be able to understand the equation, and even in your own mother tongue you can type a particular thing, and maybe that may help you much. You may get a video on that because I have seen a lot of educational videos on YouTube, so you can try with that and you can understand the concept. Then instead of waking up on by 4:30, you can wake up at even a later time and leisurely study. And if as you understand the concept, it will be very easy. As I understand how to balance an equation, whether it's ionic or something, or if I understand how to draw a crystalline structure in a in a chemistry thing to explain the state of crystal, then I can put any number of drawings very easily, and also I can solve any equation very easily. And as I understand the organic structures, I can put any structure very easily. I may be in a situation to memorize few things, but that's not going to be very hard for me. So similarly, when you see this kind of things on YouTube and understand, the time you consume to study becomes very less. So that's one suggestion I give to you. But even if you are unable to understand, leave it and try out for some other aspect. One main thing I like to quote, I always used to speak about Mr. Madan Gauri. What he said was he has a BE degree from a reputed deemed university in Chennai. He did his MBA abroad. And he was educated he was educated well, and then he got placed in a very reputed company, Zoho. Everyone in Chennai will be knowing about Zoho. It's one of the top companies in Chennai. He worked there, but now his main success was as a YouTuber. The whole Tamil Nadu knows him as a YouTube superstar, and soon the whole world will know him. He has achieved that much thing. He also mentioned that on his video, which is not even though he is well educated, his education is not something which is making his career or making him the most admirable person in Tamil Nadu. So you may also have a different talent. Maybe you may try these YouTube videos and then also you cannot understand your subjects. Being failed in your 10th or 12th, or being failed in your your midterm exams are not at all going to be a very great black mark for you. If you succeed on YouTube, you may succeed on some other industry. May not be a great inventor, but may great person on inventing something, but you may be very successful on doing business. And because of that, you may become a very big millionaire and billionaire, and so many well-educated doctors will be working on your hospital. So many well-educated engineers will be working on your factories. So many MBA graduates will be working on your corporate companies. So there are a lot of chances for you still in life. And so always omit suicidal thoughts and blackmails and threats in your life. There is another one main thing, that blackmailers and threats in your life. If you don't disclose that to anybody, and if you try to do some heroism like the cinema stars do, because that is one thing which is suspected, because many of the suicides are being suspected to be murders. But the reason why I am finding out on all these similarity when they suspect suicide to be a murder is this person is moving away from the group. That's very dangerous. If someone blackmails you and calls to some isolated place, or one or two of you to an isolated place, immediately ring 100 and inform them. If you cannot ring, call up the group remain near you. Only cinema heroes can beat 10 people, 12 people, and cinema heroes can speak some dialogue and change the blackmailer's mind. Nothing will happen in reality. You are going to be falling on a more trap which is more hard than what the trap you are in. Whatever comes, you have suicide helplines. You can call to that number. I'll try to put those on description. If it's not here, for people who use YouTube, Google is not a big deal, right? Always try to find it with gov.in. That's another one important thing, because it should be from government side. Or you have the 100 number. From there itself, you can get all the assistance when you are in a threat. Okay, so follow these kinds of guidelines and get us support. If you are unable to reach your phone, just try to call some people around you and try to get a phone or something and share it openly with your friends. And even if it's true and if it's blackmailing you with those kinds of things, tell them it's lie. And why should he blackmail? Whether it's lie or false, why should he blackmail? So use that kind of things, and also follow all the precautions in your life. So these things may help you if you are being a victim of blackmail. Because of blackmail, two things may happen. One, you may commit suicide by yourself, which is again not a solution, because the blackmailer is someone who is trying to ruin you, but you are going to ruin yourself more. You're going to put an end for your own life fearing for him, whereas you can get the assistance of the government and put an end to him. So that's the difference between facing a blackmailer or falling as a prey. And another one thing, even if you are this kind of murders, always try to avoid going to a person whomsoever it may be. He may be your boss, he may be your education institute head, he may be even a cop. You have all the rights to say that I will face this only on the proper place. You can, if it's a police department, you can always say, even if when they arrest or something, there is something called as arrest procedures, that you can see advocates videos and find out that even police department has to follow the arrest procedures before taking a person into the custody. That kind of protections you have. For bosses, they have no right to call you for isolated places until it's job requirement. If you find that to be risky, you have all the right to deny that. And if it's your education institute head, he has no right to call you to an isolated place. You can say that on office hours, on office time, on office room, or on classroom where everyone is there. And something unpleasant may happen. You may not be able to pay the fees. Because of that, they may ask you, or even at that time, you can say that those questions only to my parents. You have their number, call them and ask them. So those kind of liberty also you can take. And they don't have the right to insult anyone for these kinds of guidelines things in the public. They have to follow the procedures given by the government. And it doesn't mean that only if you pay on a hi-fi institute and study, you will be on a very good job. The place wherever I worked, I have people who studied on extremely privileged institution. I had people who studied on foreign institutions, and I am only a BSc graduate. And they worked with me. The reason is they don't get a proper job. And some people who worked on I also worked on top companies, and I was unable to get a job on some other top companies, and I worked on small companies as well. So those things also may happen in your life. Life won't be always the same. And I have also come across people who worked on very top institutions, but still they don't even get a job which I got. So life will have a lot of changes. The situations will bring in a lot of changes. So you may get a success after a lot of failures. That will be enormous sweet for you, because success is counted sweetness by those who have never succeeded. So don't take any alternative decisions in your life. Always focus on what you are doing and try to find alternatives if you are failing on something. And even if your alternatives doesn't help you to succeed, your life ends only when God ends it. Still that you have a chance to prove yourself. So live with the same hope till the end. If you end your life by yourself, nothing else is a failure other than ending your life. And with a lot of regrets and sadness, I am ending this video. But I expect this video may help a lot of people or will motivate a lot of people if you share it in your Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and LinkedIn groups, and ask your friends to watch and discuss about this video with your friends and discuss about how can you overcome challenges in your life. And you may find out a lot of solutions. I may say YouTube, you may find some other website which is more useful for your education. So those kinds of things, or you may find a book which is more resourceful. So those kinds of things start mainly for college graduates. For school students, you have to stick on to what the textbooks they give. But for understanding, you can go anywhere and learn more books and get a good understanding, because what you missed out on your lower classes, those books you can get it from your juniors and learn. That may be the reason you are finding it very difficult to understand on your upper sections. So those kinds of steps also you can take it up. And let's not hear of any news like this in future. Let everyone live with life with a great hope. Okay friends, it's time to say bye. It's Joel John J signing off from you. Bye bye.